Musgrave, the offensive coordinator for Oakland, he said, how lucky were we that they took Clowney and we wound up with Mack. We thank our lucky stars that that's the way it turned out.
Too early to tell who got the better deal, but I'd like to have them both.
Well, you should.
Good throw.
Excellent throw. Osweiler much sharper than we've seen him this year. Comfortable with Fedorowicz, and there's the connection again for another Houston first down.
We got to make some tight window throws, and that's an excellent job placing the ball on the outside shoulder, and the coverage by Malcolm Smith is there. Hard to defend that.
Back to the run with Lamar Miller. Spins ahead to the 26-yard line. The first hit by Danico Autry.
Like Shalik Calhoun, pass rusher for the Raiders, is down.
Rookie out of Michigan State. 4-year starter for the Spartans.
Texans using that no-huddle offense, excuse me, Sean. And don't know if this is a cramp. We are facing the altitude in both teams here at the end of the first half, perhaps feeling.
Both sides were told to be very attentive to hydration. We learned something yesterday from the Texans. Beet juice apparently helps your respiratory systems when you're at altitude. They were drinking a lot of beet juice.
I was walking around Mexico looking for beetle juice, and the people looked at me like I was crazy. It's beet juice.
Yes.
Get a cup of that at halftime. You might need it.
It came in powdered form, and one of the Texans told us yesterday it tastes like dirt. That's what you need to do to hydrate. And that's what they're going to do. 2nd and 7. Osweiler on target again to DeAndre Hopkins. Down to the 39. The tackle by DJ Hayden.
It's good pass protection. It's great design. They're going to nudge Khalil Mack. And it gives Dwayne Brown time to look down the field, reset, find Hopkins coming from the backside. DeAndre Hopkins ran a beautiful square in. There's no underneath coverage, and the Texans look better tonight on offense than I've seen.
13-yard completion to Hopkins, the 4th-year man out of Clemson. Osweiler's thrown for 107 yards tonight. That's more than he had the entire game in Jacksonville last week. And Bill O'Brien says he had his best week of practice.
Bill O'Brien, I like being around him. He's got a chip on his shoulder the size of my head. I mean, he is tired of people saying, hey, you're the worst 6-3 team in history. His players are tired of hearing about it, and they could use a win against a good football team on Monday Night Football to silence his critics.
So you said he liked being around Irish guys from Boston?
Some of them.
Why did I do? I was walking into that. But Hunt tripped up by Bruce Irvin as Hunt tried to bounce it outside to the right.
Hunt's got to pick it up because Alfred Blue is out of the lineup. Hunt made a lot of yards at Purdue, but look at Irvin set the edge again. He just dish rags Griffin for the 2nd time. That's great effort. I like this Raider defense, Sean. They brought in players, new players at all 3 levels. Irvin came over, a world champion from the Seahawks. You see Reggie Nelson, a great pedigree. Back there at safety, Sean Smith, the ex-Kansas City Chief. Give Reggie McKenzie, I should say, the GM, a lot of credit.
They were 8-24 early in his tenure. Someone in McKenzie's fired. Now he's certainly the leading candidate for Executive of the Year in the NFL. Pass for Hopkins, broken up by DJ Hayden.
Hopkins has to win some of these. Not a lot of separation. He's got the entire middle of the field to work with. It's he and Hayden. Ball's thrown behind him. Was a little bit of separation to credit Hayden with good coverage.
2:35 to go in the half. 13 years with the Oakland Raiders. Up in the air for a long time, and it lands at the 1 and bounds into the end zone. Had to like the makeup of this team. You talked about Reggie McKenzie. He's done it a variety of ways. Drafted beautifully, and you mentioned key veteran pickups that still play and help the culture.
Yeah, I like bringing in veterans with the pedigree. We did that when I was coaching the Raiders. He brought in 2 ex-Kansas City Chiefs. You see Sean Smith, center Rodney Hudson, 2 ex-world champion Seahawks. He brought in a left guard, Kelechi Osemele, a world champion Raven. Reggie Nelson has been to Pro Bowls with the Cincinnati Bengals. The right kind of guys to work with this young nucleus that he has drafted, and so far he looks like a very smart man.
So much of the history of the Raiders had success with a group of very colorful characters. Crabtree slipped as he tried to cut up the field. It was a short gain of about 3. It is a soft turf. They knew that coming in. We've seen players changing their footwear.
And watch the secondary of the Texans. They mix coverages and they disguise them well.
Oakland trying to get another playoff before the 2-minute warning. And they got Jadeveon Clowney to jump.
Here's the zone infraction. Defense number 90. 5-yard penalty. It will remain second down.
Clowney off early, and Derek Carr, a very good 2-minute closing quarterback. He's been at his best at the end of games, some dramatic comeback victories this year, and the thing I love about Carr is he's improved season by season, and if you're into statistics, look at Derek Carr in the first quarter, in the second quarter, as the game goes on. His best football is in the fourth quarter.
2-minute warning. Monday Night Football from Mexico City.
Somos la compañía de cerveza Coors. Y nuestra montaña es hacer la cerveza más refrescante del mundo. Una cerveza digna de llevar nuestro apellido en grande en letras rojas. Por eso es elaborada, filtrada y empacada en frío. Para conseguir el sabor puro y fresco que te mereces al llegar a la cima. Cualquiera que sea tu montaña, sigue subiendo.
Being detected was not an option. If I was recognized, the whole operation was blind. The element of surprise was imperative.
Wow. He won't even recognize you. Seriously. I don't even recognize myself.
And thanks to my Cash Rewards credit card from Navy Federal with never expiring rewards, killer honeymoon.
Woo! Maui!
Boom.
Open to the armed forces, the DoD, and their families. Navy Federal Credit Union.
Athletic training in general is not available everywhere. In the past, we did have coverage, but now it's so wonderful to have someone who's here for the betterment for kids. It's more than just in the training room. You can find them, Andy, anywhere on campus that there's kids' activity going on, injuries, rehab, prehab, the concussion protocol. The athletic trainer's in charge, and if they say they're not fine, they're not going to. The peace of mind that the parent knows that that athletic trainer is there, it's invaluable.
Nearly 2/3 of high schools around the country lack a full-time athletic trainer. The NFL Foundation running a program to increase access to athletic trainers. For high schools around the country, saw the Vikings work with the schools as featured to secure full-time coverage of an athletic trainer. Terrific program, working well. 2nd and 1, just off the 2-minute warning. A deep ball off the hands of Seth Roberts and incomplete. Boy, Carr couldn't have thrown it any better. And he's been victimized by some drops tonight from what is ordinarily a very good receiving corps.
Roberts is a receiver. He beat flatten up. Strange stadium. None of these players, I'm sure, have played here before. If they have, it probably was a while ago. Perhaps that's a problem. The lighting, you never know.
Oakland after rushing for 218 yards against Denver, has run for 9 tonight, and in reverse again. Next, Olawale couldn't get out of the backfield, ran into his own man, Austin Howard.
Texans are taking it to the Raider offensive line. Penetration by Clowney, stuffs that run. Timeout Houston.
Ever since I took this case, weird stuff's happening to me.
Dog has to stay down.
Billy created this firm.
I created this firm. We will turn this into David and Goliath.
You can't win this.
Maybe not, but I'm sure gonna try.
Marquette King on to punt. Fifth year out of Fort Valley State, undrafted. Another great find by Oakland. It's a good bounce. Out of bounds along the near sideline. Well, we appear to have an issue with laser pointers from the stands. You can see off the helmet there of Osweiler, somebody directing a laser. And we've seen it a couple of other times as well. And the NFL security is aware of it, and they're trying to figure out who's doing it and get them out of here.
Perhaps that has something to do with the drop passes. Can't have that. Credit the Texans defense for stuffing the Raider running game, and let's see what Brock Osweiler has in store. Plenty of time in a 2-minute drill to get something.
Again, well protected, throws into traffic and intercepted at midfield. Picked off by Malcolm Smith.
Great play by Smith, a terrible decision by Osweiler. He's got Will Fuller wide open on the square end, and he threw the ball to the wrong man. Keep an eye on Fuller on the square end. I think that's where Bill O'Brien wants this ball to go. He's wide open. There's no one there. There's the pregame grinder, Malcolm Smith, the ex-Super Bowl MVP of the Seattle Seahawks, and Osweiler continues to struggle with turnovers. Be careful out of the sudden change. Cooper at the bottom of the screen has been awfully quiet, working against A.J. Boye.
From midfield, a minute and a half to go and a half. Barr, another drop. This one by Seth Roberts, his second within a matter of moments.
Roberts has been a very clutch slot receiver, and Derek Carr disappointed, obviously, on second down. Will Romeo Crennel bring some heat? Clowney at the top of the screen has given Austin Howard fits.
This Oakland possession set up by the fourth career interception from Malcolm Smith. He's had a huge one while a Seahawk in the Super Bowl. Win over Denver. Across the middle, Latavius Murray. Ankle tackled short of the first down. Big stop by Kareem Jackson.
It's good tackling secondary, and watching Romeo Crennel's defenses. They spin the dial in the 2-minute drill. They never play the same coverage, back-to-back plays, and they disguise them well.
Inside handoff. Murray couldn't find any running room. He gets thrown down to Devion Clowney at the bottom of the pile with help up top from Andre Hal, and the clock runs to 50 seconds left in the half.
Houston Texans have done it in short yardage. They've done it on the goal line. They have rejected this Raider running game. Penetration. Shedding blocks. And here come the Raiders going for it.
Well, they might try a field goal to 58 yards, but here at altitude, Jankowski has more 50-yard field goals than any player in the league history, 55 of them. They're going for it on 4th and 1. And stumbling was the receiver, Crabtree with the ball en route. Jonathan Joseph had the coverage, and Oakland turns it over on downs.
That's the strength of this Texan defense on the film I look at. These corners can lock you down. Kareem Jackson, A.J. Boye, and Jonathan Joseph with a huge stop. sudden change defense. That's the second time they've gotten off the field.
Now we'll see how Bill O'Brien elects to play it. We're 16 seconds away from the Toyota halftime. Analysis of the first half upcoming. Chris Berman will have his final drive. The subjects, Dak Prescott and Tom Brady. And the latest news and notes from around the NFL from the great Schefter. 3 receivers to the left. Will they try to throw a deep ball? Osweiler throws it short. A minimal gain to Braxton Miller. Zach Del Rio saying it should be incomplete. The ball came out at the end of the play. It really doesn't matter. They gained 1 yard.
Yeah, with 9 seconds left, the only thing the Texans can do, obviously, is complete timeout, long-range field goal, and meaningless catch, and it wasted a lot of time.
Osweiler deep drop, has the big arm, sends it deep and off the hands of Will Fuller, the speedy rookie. Out of Notre Dame, ran the fastest time at the combine earlier this year. 4.28 in his pro day at Notre Dame, 4.32 in Indianapolis.
Right now he's a one-trick pony. All he can do is run deep routes and post patterns. Credit Emerson with the coverage down the field. And Emerson looks like an Oakland Raiders cornerback. Ian Smith, tall, rangy, man-to-man defenders. And here comes a Hail Mary. Prevent defense by the Raiders. 6 Oakland Raiders deep in coverage.
Play clock running out. Osweiler under duress and sacked by Khalil Mack. They renewed their acquaintance on the final play of the first half.
Can't block him one-on-one. Not many people can. Speed rush, no chance. Into the half.
Went right around Chris Clark. At the half. 10-10 the score. Stay tuned for the Toyota halftime with Chris Berman right after this short timeout.
You don't own me. Don't try to change me in any way. Don't tell me what to do. Just let me be myself. That's all I have to
The new 2017 Corolla, the Toyota Safety Sense Standard.
Don't own me.
Toyota, let's go places.
Monday Night Football from Mexico City. First place Raiders, the silver and black, and the Texans. Highlights on the way from Monday night. We'll see you after the game.
Sports Center at Night with Scott Van Pelt tonight on ESPN.
Packers, Eagles at 8:15 next Monday on ESPN.
And welcome everybody to the Toyota Halftime Show. Glad you could be with us at Estadio Azteca, historic night, Monday Night Football out of the United States here in Mexico. That's been a lot of fun. Chris Berman along with Steve Young and Trent Dilfer and Charles Woodson. And we get a 10-10 first half, a little fiesta going on here in Mexico City. You see, it's going to be a long halftime show. Let me start with the guy that's got the most vested interest in this half. I thought Houston, Charles, came out. It's an Oakland home game and more of the crowd, obviously.
Yeah.
But Houston came out more authoritatively. Did you agree?
No, I think so. And I think there's a couple of things that I didn't like about the Oakland Raiders tonight starting out. Allowing the Texans to drive down the field and get into field goal range and allow them to get 3 points. Now, the good thing about it is that they did hold them to 3 points. But then you take a few series later, their special teams comes up with a big play inside of the 20-yard line, And we got a chance to go up 13-7 at that point, and you only get 3 points out of that. When you're trying to search your dominance in the league and you want to be one of the best teams in the league and get to that postseason, these type of games you have to take advantage of this big stage and come out and be dominant.
And to assert your dominance, you have to do it up front. And this is an offensive line that we've been studying, we've been telling the world about. They dominated the Broncos, and they come outside, they can't move anybody. That's why they only got 3 when we were down there.
Davies having his way.
Manhandling them. We're bringing 8 offensive linemen in the game to move people, and they're losing yards. This offensive line has to assert their dominance in the second half.
I think that's the news for the first half in my mind is the Texans. Better defensively than I thought, and offensively, finally some expansion. But other than that ticket order the half, it was like Oswald all of a sudden got beyond the 10-yard mark and made some big throws, some on third down, big touchdowns. That's better offense than I've seen from the Texans in a little bit of. Here it is to finish the touchdown.
That's a great route. That Dino route by
That'll stick any DB.
Yes. Oh.
Down out there. If you got time to throw that
down right there.
We get an entertaining game, and lots the second half. We get a big halftime show. In the meantime, the NFL is ending its 11th week on foreign soil, if you will. What did we see yesterday? A basic part of the game, or so we thought, proved awfully foreign to execute. 12 missed extra points, a couple of them on both sides in the same game, reminding us that football, as in life, nothing is a given. But the theme of the season as it's unfolded remains the same. Our distinctly American holiday, of course, coming up, that being Thanksgiving. It annually takes place at home on Thanksgiving. Team that dubbed itself America's team a long time ago. By the way, it's also Mexico's team. They haven't lost since the calendar said it was summer. How about them Cowboys? 9 in a row. That's how we start our final drive. And, of course, the story from the start of the Scott, and another story, Tony Romo now in uniform, backing up. And the story, the leading rusher, the rookie, Ezekiel Elliott, and the Cowboys leaping over everybody with 8 straight wins. They had trouble early against Baltimore. Prescott, the beastly, tried it. How about Steve Smith, 14th guy with 1,000 catches, and Jason Garrett, Cowboys. You know what? Way to go. We respect that. Meanwhile, Dak to Dez twice late, and how about their Cowboys? They're 9-1. Russell Wilson, how does he make these throws? This against the Philadelphia Eagles to Jimmy Graham for a touchdown. Russell Wilson, how does he catch these throws from Doug Baldwin? Seahawks, here they come, 7-2-1. For the Giants, spent a lot of money on defense, but their draft pick, Landon Collins, has been the best player. The team enters 7-3. Meanwhile, young Tom Brady, that was at the catch. First time as a pro, he's played in San Francisco. He's still young, Tom Brady. It's Malcolm Mitchell. The Patriots are 8-2. They beat the Niners. Not once, but twice. 100-yard play. Xavier Rhodes, Minnesota. Arriba, arriba, arriba. It's 100 yards. It's a pick from Carson Palmer. And then on the kickoff, Cordero Patterson. Vamoose. Cordero's on his way. He's gone. Gone. 200-yard plays like that. Haven't seen it since 62. The Vikes are 6-4, and they'll play the Lions on Thanksgiving, who came from behind again in the fourth quarter. Usually the Chiefs do this to other teams, but this time Tampa did to Alex Smith and the Chiefs. Their 5-game losing streak over thanks to Tampa Bay. Jared Goff for a start, but the finish was Ryan Tannehill, 2 touchdowns last 4 minutes. Devontae Parker, and of course, they won in the LA Coliseum because once upon a time, history was made. That's where the Dolphins and John Shula in 72 finished their perfect season. Our thanks to our friends at the Gold Chief for pointing that one out. And a quick look to Thanksgiving tells us, I owe them one, that in all 3 games, first place teams will be in action. Just as tonight here in Estadio Azteca, we've got first place teams mano y mano. All right, that's my take on the week. I'm done.
Wow.
That was a big thing.
Was that harder to do an elevation?
Yeah. I don't know how they set Olympic records here.
No.
68. So what's your take?
I mean, obviously Russell Wilson's healthy. We talked about it before the game. He does things, and most guys with legs don't know the whole field. They kind of play with their eyes down because I make all these plays with my legs. He's so expansive. He can do anything. He pitches it, catches the touchdowns, little quick throws. I mean, to me, Russell Wilson's playing as well as anybody in the Seahawks. Bad first half, not bad, but generally not as good as the second half. Same with Russell Wilson. He seems to be coming on just in time.
Guy you're going to talk a lot about in the second, this home stretch is Kirk Cousins. The Washington Redskins off.
A lot of credit.
Sean McVay, their offensive coordinator, got the run game going, had some balance. They're explosive in the passing game, and Kirk Cousins is going to get paid.
My takeaway, man, it's the Detroit Lions. No Cal Johnson, who thought they'd be here sitting at, tied for first place with the Minnesota Vikings. Big game coming up this Thursday on Thanksgiving for sole possession of first place. Matthew Stafford is playing lights out. They're using the whole 60 minutes to get wins, but they're getting wins. So the Detroit Lions, man.
For the first time in a while that the Thanksgiving game for Detroit's actually moving.
Absolutely.
Hey, what has every coach told you since Pop Warner? Finish. Right? And we're not finished here in our Toyota halftime in a 10-10 game. Adam Schefter coming up next. Quarterback injuries to report on. Andrew Luck, Jay Cutler, and more. We'll be back in 2 minutes.
This halftime is presented by Toyota. Let's go places.
You don't own me. Don't try to change me in any way. Don't tell me what to do. Just let me be myself. That's all I have.
The new 2017 Corolla, the Toyota Safety Sense Standard. Toyota, let's go places.
I grew up in Mexico City. All my family is still in Mexico City.